G'day, welcome back to Strapzy Shed. The crash bars have had a pretty extended tour out there on the ocean. 6 weeks or so delay. So I haven't been able to show you how they go on. Come along, we'll have a look at a couple of other things while we do it. Again, Suzuki've used lots of Loctite. Really quite hard to get out. I've read the instructions. I've laid out the nuts and bolts as I think they're supposed to go. I've had SW Motech crash bars on, well, I think this is my third or fourth bike now. They go on pretty easy. They're substantial in that they're, you know, thick steel, well braced, and they come up high enough to start to protect the bodywork. I've fallen in love with T-bar tools too, as if you hadn't noticed. Just before we get too carried away tightening everything up, I want to make sure that these two edges line up. Okay, we've just got to set these at 23 Newton meters, and that's it. And let's go around and check them all. Got a couple of spotlights hanging around the shed, so I fitted those. So we got a Wilbers shock to pop in tonight. Just so happened that Tomo dropped around at the same time. On the internet, old mate just pulled the shock out, it just slipped out, but we haven't found it happening here. Can't make it work first time, just get a bigger hammer. All the bearing races were almost bone dry and the nuts and bolts were corroded already in there, so I'm actually reasonably pleased I'm putting a new shock on it. To get the shock back in again, had to do a little bit of filing and a little bit of grinding. Just so I didn't scratch the preload handle here, I wrapped it in some tape. So as you can see, this is where I've had to take away some of the meat of the bracket so that it fits in, and I've also taken some off the dog bone. That's better. Just reassembling things now, just making sure everything fits. So there's a lot of test fitting backwards and forwards here to make sure that I've ground enough off, that there's enough clearance, and just put it all back together again. Nice little trick to use there with a big screwdriver. Pop the linkages back together again. Nice and well greased too. And now we're just going to set the static sag and the rider sag. Just use the same points, doesn't really matter which ones as long as they're the same. Here's the SW Motech tank ring fitted, really quick and easy. Just going to fit the SW Motech City tank bag now, tank rings on, use the template to drill the holes, and we fit the base plate, the nuts and bolts and everything are supplied. Cover it back up with the Velcro flap device that they've got in there, and just pop it in place. It just clips in very quick and very easy. Just pull the little string at the front and pop it off.